Black Oni.
What's up, dudes? This is JBlaze06 here giving you another episode of the Black Oni podcast. I hope you guys are ready for this. It's about to get so real.
Hopefully not too real. This is still the internet.
I mean, you know, the graphics are great and everything.
And it's Easter, so
it's Easter. It's Easter
extra
Sunday.
real.
So I have today with me, going to go in order of who's going to be speaking since we have so many people. So we have your homie D, Dan the Man.
Hey, what's up?
We have Soil, a.k.a. Soad, Dave.
What's up?
We have JC Mac 120, Jared.
What's up?
We have Bauer Kittles, Jordan.
What's up?
And we have the 1KK, Kevin.
What's happening?
And this is just a fucking giant-ass episode. I'm okay with this because it's fucking great. And we're just going to go right into our icebreaker with the question, who in the gaming industry would you most like to meet?
Since we're doing this in alphabetical order, I'm going first. And I want to meet the head of CyberConnect 2. Because I just downloaded the demo for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle, and that shit is fun and vibrant as fuck. And I'm really upset that they have like all this potential, and they haven't released more games, and they haven't really expanded on the .hack franchise. And the main translator for .hack just passed away I think 2 months ago. So I'm like, I want to see more games coming out of CyberConnect 2, and I want to know like how I can get them to support games that they develop and publish in the West more. Naruto's all fine and good, but I know they have more than that. So
way more than that.
So yeah.
Didn't they also have a couple of other games on the PS3 that were similar to Naruto in their visual style?
But I mean, it's all cell shaded for the most part.
Yeah,
but no, like everything on the PS3 has mostly been Naruto games.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm just crazy tripping now.
No, you're fine.
What about you, Bauer Kills?
Who would I want to meet in the video game industry?
Yeah.
Yeah, easy. Nobuo Uematsu, who's the composer for the vast majority of the Final Fantasy titles. I mean, this guy, and you guys all know I've been nerding out about, Final Fantasy X HD doesn't use the original music. And to be honest with you, I kind of look back at some of my posts, and even I was like, damn, I'm a nerd. But in all seriousness, I mean, like that guy's music has had such a profound impact on my life. I think that music is what allows, especially, some of the older Final Fantasies now, because the more recent ones have been total poo in general, in my opinion. Sorry, Chris Yarger.
But more recent ones since like when? Like which title? More recent?
Final Fantasy 13 and the two completely unnecessary sequels to it.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 14 we'll get into later, which I'm a very big fan of idea-wise. But the music in those games, I grew up with them, and I think that they're really what enabled the games to tell such profound, deep, moving stories. So I would meet him, and I think that's pretty much from my end.
I mean, if the entire soundtrack to Final Fantasy VII was rap music, I would still love it. So
it'd actually be a pretty sick rap or opera.
It has to be the same rapper that did Pumpkin Hill Zone for Sonic Adventure 2.
I don't remember that.
Or just Bone Thugs and Harmony.
There you go.
Yeah, one or the other.
That would work.
Right?
First of the month will work in Section 7 slums.
What?
About that.
Oh, there we go.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't hear it.
Section 7.
Sector 7 slums in Final Fantasy 7 in Midgar.
Yeah, it will work, but who's the rapper? That's the fucking...
The dude. That guy.
Should be there.
Moving on to Dave.
That guy.
Wait, we're supposed to do Dan and Dave. So we're supposed to do Dan and Dave. Sorry, my bad.
Yep.
Whatever.
That's okay. I would have said before he left, I would have been Jack Trenton. But I'm going to go with Shu Yoshida. he's just someone in the industry I've always wanted to sit down and just talk with and just talk PlayStation and video games with. Like, absolutely.
I would love to meet you. He seems like a really cool guy. All right, so I'm just not very good at this part. JC, Jared, yeah.
Okay. Probably Hideo.
Nice.
I mean, granted, I love Metal Gear Solid series, and I just want to know what the fuck are you doing right now?
Yo, real talk.
You know, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to my beloved series? I don't know, and there's been inconsistencies with me ever since number 4. I haven't really enjoyed it as much.
You didn't play Peace Walker.
I know I never played Peace Walker, so shame on me.
Shame on you.
But and then this Ground Zeroes mess. I don't think it has as much to do with him as the company wanting to make money. But you're the one spearheading it. You're the one people are pointing fingers at, not the company itself. So, him.
Him.
Yeah.
It's him.
1KK.
Girls.
I think I'm gonna go with Miyamoto, just because I feel like that would be an interesting conversation. Like, I don't know. I was torn. At first I thought you said, who would you want to be? And I had a completely different answer.
Oh, well, let's hear that. That sounds interesting, too.
I decided if I were to be somebody, I'd want to be Nolan North, so everyone would hear my voice everywhere.
Oh,
I'd be everyone.
That was a perfect answer. I really couldn't have asked for anything more than that.
Gosh, I might have gone with Troy Baker with that one.
Troy Baker.
Yeah, he's the new and up-and-coming one.
Yo, you know what's so funny about that, though? Spoiler alert for anyone who didn't play The Last of Us. Nolan North is in that game, too. I was like, man, finally a game that Nolan North isn't in. And I was like, oh, wait, JK, LOL. He's that.
It's so
And
funny.
it's not like
was he in The
he-
Last of Us?
Wait, hold on.
Many people.
I'm thinking now, because I played that, I'm like, who the hell was he?
Yeah. Oh, you don't know who he was?
Who was he?
Do you want me to ruin it for you? Do you want me to do that?
I've already beaten it, I'm alright with that.
He was David.
What?
He was that creepy guy based off your name.
Gosh, I gotta go back and play that game. I didn't even recognize that was him.
No, totally different voice. He was in Batman. I think pretty much, not all the Batman games, but he was Penguin. So
Is Penguin in Arkham City? Because I just downloaded that.
I'm pretty sure he
Yeah, he is.
he's in Arkham City.
I'm playing through that right now. He is.
Sweet.
So he's voice acting him. He voice acted fucking what's his face from Assassin's Creed.
What's his face?
Desmond.
That's infamous.
No. Well, I mean,
No,
Desmond
that's,
is in Assassin's Creed and in
Nelson. That's right.
That's
That's
Troy Baker.
right. Thank you.
So I didn't know he was Penguin or the guy from Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, that's Nolan
And he
North.
is.
Oh, wow.
What's weird is his voice doesn't change that much between characters either, so like once you know it's him, it's so obvious.
Yeah. You're like, oh my god, that's the same scream that fucking Nathan Drake does when he's like falling from something.
Well, Desmond and Nathan Drake have the exact same voice. Like, there's no difference whatsoever.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
I mean, it's kind of amazing though, because like even though it's the same voice, they still feel like different characters completely.
Well, I like to think that Desmond took what he learned in the Animus and became Nathan Drake.
That actually sounds extremely plausible.
This day and age.
Hopefully some of those developers out there are listening.
Assassin's Creed 7, Uncharted.
Uncharted Assassins. Creed.
What's sad is that's probably going to happen.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
Telling you,
I would be
Naughty
with
Dog just
crossovers.
needs to make a new Crash Bandicoot game. That's it.
I mean,
That's all they gotta do.
We would all want that. We would all.
Do they still own the rights to it? I thought they
No.
didn't own the rights anymore.
No, they don't.
It's not
Yeah,
gonna
so
take
they
work. Bro. They can just buy it. Like, I know they can. It's not gonna take any work.
It might take some work. Activision, try to pry that from Activision's dead fingers. Come on.
Well,
They don't even let-
Activision isn't exactly making that toy soldier game anymore, so I think we're good.
Oh, you just reminded me of Army Men 3D. That game is shit.
Yes, exactly.
That game was awesome.
Yeah.
Wait. Which Army Men game? Come on. There was at least one good one in there.
All of them are good. in
Anything
my
but
opinion.
Sergeant's Heroes.
I
Okay.
didn't play that one.
Yeah.
I didn't play any of that
Sergeant's
shit.
Heroes made me
I
want
have
to.
not played any.
Yeah, I mean,
You guys remember when they still had the PlayStation demo disc?
Yeah.
That came,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Intelligence Cube.
Played it then. Shit was so good.
Heck yeah.
I played it. Wait, all right. Before we get into more of this, I gotta say
who's yours, Will?
Oh yeah, Structure.
I'm not. Yeah, right. See, this is why I love these podcasts. We have a fucking agenda and a structure. We still just shoot the shit about everything. It's fucking great. It's fucking great. But my person that I would want to meet, I think I've made this very obvious before, but I'll say it again, is Hideo Kojima. For different reasons, though. My reasons, all right. So I've said it before in the last podcast that anybody who is thinking about getting Ground Zeroes has to ask himself a really important question. Are you a huge Metal Gear fan? If not, wait for the price to drop. If you are, you'll probably pick it up. It's one of the most enjoyable experiences I've had. With that being the fact that it's a Metal Gear game. It's mechanically, gameplay wise, like the way it's structured, it's the best one so far in terms of all of those things. But again, I would ask him questions like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like getting rid of like the performance that Kiefer Sutherland gave for this game wasn't anywhere near as good as it could have been, or like fucking. There's no justification for getting rid of a tried and true person who was doing all the voice acting for the other games and then keeping everyone else. I would ask him that. I would get into his mind, like talk to him a little bit more about some of the theories and ideas he has behind, Phantom Pain and the idea of loss and all that shit, and kind of just like thank him for being such a spearhead in my career as an artist. Because like again, one of the biggest reasons why I decided to pursue art is because I was like really deep into playing video games, and I realized that there was a lot of art that went behind video games, and Metal Gear was one of those games that kind of like made me realize like how much shit goes into making games. So Metal Gear.
Yeah, I gotta say it then. No one dropped Gabe or Ken's name. I thought someone was gonna say it.
I like Gabe Newell, but I don't think he's like, oh my god, a second coming of fucking bread.
No, I want to ask him, like, what the fuck is Half-Life coming, damn it? Like, when is it coming? When?
I think you know the answer to that.
Never.
Never.
That fat guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yo, on Real Talk at PAX, I saw like 12 people who look exactly like him. I was like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck?
Only 12?
I can remember off the top of my head. Yo, just saying. And I saw like 3 dudes who like Rob Kirkman. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Are these dudes having like mad illegitimate children or something? Like,
You should know that every PAX is a Twilight Zone. It's the Twilight Zone of the game community.
yeah.
And the
You might
gaming
even see
industry's
yourself.
gaming industry's new plan is just clone everybody successful and hope for something good. Like they're sick of making sequels to games, they're making sequels to people now.
Yes. So they have the same consumer base all the time, and all gamers will become millionaires, game developers. Perfect. It's a perfect plan.
We should make a game based on this. Oh yeah, this episode's called Repacks, bro.
Repacks, bro.
Like relax, bro. Repacks.
Oh, okay, I got it.
That's completely lost on me.
It's fine. I'm okay with this. I have accepted. Fucking. Going to move on to the next part. The podcast.
Good
What are you
idea.
guys playing?
Oh, I'm playing Conception 2, Children of the Seven Stars. That game is mad fun. And
Is
it's
it?
Yes, yeah, it
I
really
read
is.
really, really bad reviews, so I didn't pick it up.
Well, pick it up and play it for yourself. Fuck
is
reviews. Conception 2, Children of the Seven Stars.
Word.
And it's the first game that I've actually like decided to legitimately grind in when I started, because the characters on your teams are actually like your children. So I'm going into a dungeon, I'm thinking, I can't have my babies die on me. I better level the fuck up. So I've been doing that. I've been leveling up all my my heroines, my wives. You have like, it's like a
Heroine?
harem slice of life high school RPG, straight out Japan. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
And it's mad fun. I've been playing it like nonstop. It's right next to me right now actually, and I'm scared to open it up because I know I'm gonna drain like another 5 hours into it. But yeah, Conception 2, Children of the Seven Stars, published by Atlas. I like this game. I like it a lot.
And so, Kev, what did you read about this in terms of bad reviews, or did you just see the scores?
I read a whole bunch of different ones because I was debating buying it like yesterday, not even all that long ago. They said that it was like, they said the plot was flat, that the characters were like just stereotypes of themselves, and that it just wasn't good.
Just play the demo and then decide for yourself. That's what I did. I didn't read any reviews for it.
This game interests me because it's a game straight out of Japan. It's like quirky. There aren't really any games out there that have that concept in mind. And it's something, you know, I mean, again, the problem for me is that it's on Vita and 3DS, and I'm not a mobile gamer. So
why is that a problem?
Because I'm not a mobile gamer.
Yeah,
I just said it.
You gotta get Vita TV. That has to come to the West.
It does.
Well, what needs to happen is just like allow people who already have a Vita to play on their TV. Like I like
reverse remote play.
Yeah, reverse remote play. That's all I want. Like the technology is literally there. It's there. You just fucking do it. It's not that I have a problem with the consoles themselves. It's just like having a handheld like this and like looking down or like if I'm laying down or like it's just not a comfortable feel for me for like instead of like being on the couch like completely relaxed, controller in my hand, TV, you know, a distance away. Like I'm in my element when I'm playing at home. When I have a Vita in my hand, I'm not really like it's not even that like after a while my hand cramps too. It's not the most comfortable thing. Like the back touchpad, as awesome as it is. If you touch the back trackpad for certain games, like you'll start doing shit. Like that gets on my nerves because like I don't want to melee somebody when I'm trying to shoot them.
Yeah, but
that's why you need a 3DS.
No. I mean, it's a handheld. They didn't make it with people playing it hours on end in mind. I mean, granted,
and that's how we play.
I know.
Yeah.
But granted, I mean, you own it, don't you? You might as well. If it's better than just collecting dust, if you want to play something on it.
Yeah. And the thing is, too, is like I talked about this before in a podcast thread. It's like I have plenty of shit to play. Like when the time comes for me to not have shit to play, like I will definitely be using my Vita a lot more. But like I just have games on games on games on games on games. Like it's not even a question.
Yeah. PlayStation Plus hasn't helped either.
No, I'm saying, like, man.
I know. I just got another one today.
At all.
Thank you, PlayStation Plus.
Thank you. Yes. And yeah, I mean, you know what else have you guys been playing? So we're gonna go down the line. So Dave is next.
I got just talking about it. Batman Arkham City for free. I'm going through that for like I have never beaten it. So I need to get that done before the new one comes out. Yeah, I know.
Wait, so what do you think so far of Arkham City?
I mean, I played it before. I played it for hours. I've just never beaten it.
Yeah, you cray. I love that game.
Dang. Yeah, I know.
That game was brilliant.
Bro.
I also just got that game.
You kill me.
PlayStation Plus.
Yeah. I would say it's a better game than Origins.
I mean, it's a lot of fun. I mean, I played it before. I mean, that's what drew it back to me. I remember I put it down when it came out because there were so many other games I was playing that I just kind of, it fell to the wayside. It did. I just beat Infamous again.
Been drilling, dude.
And going back through trophy hunt now. I'm going to go back through one more time on Expert to get the last couple.
Yeah.
And played a little bit of Dead Nation on the PS4.
Nice.
That was it.
Very nice. Going down the list, I think it's Jared next, right? Yeah, JC Matt.
All right. I've been playing Mercenary Kings on PS4.
Shit, how is it? I just downloaded that.
It's fun. It's fun, but me and Will tried to actually get 3-player co-op going yesterday. And like, you hit 2, it just wouldn't show the third person ever. Like, it'd say he was in our party, but we never saw him.
Like, what kind of shit is that?
And then since we couldn't see him, whoever's hosting the party can't start a match or a mission or whatever they call it. So after 2 people, we're having issues with it. So I don't know if it was us or whatever. But it was fun from what we did play, or what I played. It's like Metal Slug.
But it's a lot slower than Metal Slug.
It's a lot slower, yeah. It's not
it gets
either.
It gets kind of repetitive too. Like,
yeah,
you're essentially going like and doing the same mission over and over, like just bigger.
What?
So.
Yeah, because you explore like the same area, right?
Well, they're I don't know, they're different levels, but like they all feel kind of the same.
Yeah,
But
just
it's free,
downloaded
so
it
I
too.
can't really complain.
Yeah.
I really like that artist. I forget his name off the top of my head, but I'm following his Tumblr. I really like his style. It's the same guy that did the Scott Pilgrim game.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
Yeah, even the prisoners look like Scott Pilgrim. I've been playing that a little bit. Just got Infamous. I maybe put an hour and a half into it before we got on this podcast. Maybe not even. Dead Nation, I try to play it, but I get kind of bored after a while.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see the enjoyment.
Co-op yet?
Yeah,
okay.
I do co-op, but I don't know. I never get past the second level. Not because I die, I just don't give a shit. And then Rayman Legends, I'm looking at Rayman. I just played recently. Huh?
Would you say, Dave?
I love that game. I
I
haven't
love
played
that
it.
game.
Rayman?
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
It needs online, though. Dave's
Yeah.
picking up.
It does. But that's it for me.
And next on the list, we got Bauer Kills.
Yo,
Yeah, what you been playing?
I feel like, I haven't had, as you guys know, nearly as much time lately to be playing as many games as I would like, but I do have time to play. It's just been an RPG stew. I mean, pretty much everything I'm playing is an RPG. Playing a lot of Final Fantasy X HD. Even though you guys, as I mentioned earlier on the podcast, some of the tunes I'm not very happy with. To be honest with you, some of them sound like Helen Keller accidentally found a freaking keyboard, but
Wow,
yeah, some of
that was pretty in depth.
That was going in.
But no, that game is phenomenal. I can't get over how good of a job they've done with that HD remake. It's absolutely unbelievable. It stands up against time. The story, the voice acting, not so much.
Oh god, the voice acting's so bad.
Bad. It's so bad at times, but So I've been playing that. The one game that's just been consuming my every thought at work is, as always, Diablo 3. I constantly think about, the next time I get to kill an enemy and watch loot just explode out of them and pick up all the little piles of gold on my way towards 5 million. Chasing after that 5 million gold trophy. It's really cool. You have to pick up 5 million gold, but you can't sell anything towards that count.
Oh, what?
It has to be that you pick up or find in a chest. So,
Damn.
I've beaten the game now probably 9 or 10 times. I've got multiple characters right at the 60 level, and I'm only at 1.5 million. It's ridiculous. It's awesome.
I'm still just so mad that the expansion isn't coming to PS3. That you have to buy the game again.
Well,
Yeah.
the good thing that they announced about Diablo 3 for PS4 is that you can carry your character over.
Which is nice.
Yeah,
I just don't want to have to buy the damn game again.
Yeah, it seems to be the thing these days. I mean, the good part about it though is that it's going to have just an absolute host of new features too, so it's going to at least somewhat justify the purchase. But I'm hopelessly addicted to that game. So obviously playing a lot of Diablo 3, also playing an absolute shit ton of Soul Sacrifice on Vita. And when you said remote play earlier, I started freaking out because I was talking to my fiance Lisa about remote play. She's like, "What the hell are you talking about? Can you calm down and stop foaming in the mouth?" I'm like, "Oh man, if I could play this on my big screen, it'd be so beastly." But that game's really fun. I actually got that game through PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
It's such a quality damn title. I can't even believe how much fun it is. It's really addictive, to be honest with you. So, I'm playing a lot of that, and I've also been playing Kingdoms of Amalur quite a bit because that game's huge and it's fun to play. Still playing some Skyrim, and then also going to be playing a lot of Child of Light when that comes out. I am flipping out about that, but pretty much just RPGs for me right now.
So wait, you're playing 5 games at the same time. How do you break up your day?
It pretty much goes by what I feel like playing. So, for instance, if I just have, if if I have an hour at night to play, I'll just pop in Diablo and kill stuff for an hour. If I find on the weekends, I can get an hour and a half to 2 hours in, then I'll play something else. So more goes by the amount of time that I have available to play. And of course, obviously, as well, like what I'm feeling at the time. I tried playing Borderlands 2 the other day, but I played the hell out of that game, but I still have a few trophies to get. I'm 5 minutes in, I was like, this isn't Diablo. I could be killing and looting and getting legendaries and stuff. And by the way, Will, I can't wait for you to get that game, dude. I'm literally going to do a cartwheel through a wall when you pick up that game for PS4, and I'm going to videotape and send it in too.
Is there even a release date for PS4 yet? Because it's not showing up on any website.
No, they think late summer.
There's no release date for anything good on PS4.
It's funny you mentioned that because my fiance was like dusting, and she's like, I had to dust your PlayStation because it was like, I haven't used it in months. I haven't even turned it on because there's nothing. I mean, I'm not an Infamous fan, so obviously, if Infamous is the one big title I think that is out for PS4 right now that would justify having it on consistently. Although, of course, that's just me. But yeah, I'm waiting for them to build their library a little bit and just enjoying the hell out of my PS3 in the time.
Wolfenstein and Watch Dogs next month.
What is?
Wolfenstein and Watch Dogs.
Yeah, I'm still very skeptical about Watch Dogs at this point because Dan and Kev, you guys were both with me at PAX, and we were like seeing it. We're like, okay.
You saw Watch Dogs at PAX?
See, it just glazed over you. You didn't remember.
No, I've changed my opinion on Watch Dogs. I think it might be kind of exciting, but I what? PAX. I was in like my own world at PAX. Like I was buzzing. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So good.
Watch Dogs was there, and I'm excited for it, but at the same time, like we've been waiting for so long for it that like what they've shown so far wasn't really like up to kind of where my expectations were for it. So it's just like
I agree.
We've been waiting for this for so long, and not what you're showing as like a final product is just like okay.
That's it.
Yeah. So I don't know. Go ahead.
No, that's okay, man. Go ahead.
I mean, the jury isn't out yet until the game's released, but I'm not really that excited about it. The good thing about that is that like I lowered my expectations so that if the game like comes out and it's dope, I'm just like, yeah.
What?
I don't know. I just for me like I had my reservations about another Ubisoft game, which was Assassin's Creed, and that took me by surprise. It really did. And they delayed this game to make it right. I still had a little bit of hope for it. I still do.
Watch Dogs, I feel the exact same way you do, Jay. Watch Dogs, I'm not really super stoked about, especially with what they've shown. Wolfenstein, I think, looks cool, but it doesn't look like a game that I have to own. Like, to be honest with you, I'm kind of burnt out on first-person shooters at this point because, for a first-person shooter game to be truly unique, I mean, or fun, they're going to have to do a whole lot because at this point it's just so overstimulation with that genre. But David, I know is going to really enjoy Wolfenstein. Forgot to mention one game I am playing also, by the way. It's Dark Souls 2, obviously. I just beat it for the first time without a shield. I didn't use a shield the whole time. Yeah, I'm pretty proud about that one, but I actually don't think I'm going to play New Game Plus, at least for quite some time, because it just isn't it's just the game's really good, but it's not brilliant like the first two Souls games were. I have some issues with it, and I don't have that intense desire to play through it a second time on New Game Plus, which is really taking me by surprise because I expected I'd probably play it 3 or 4 times at least. But anyway, I've taken up too much time. On to the next.
On to the next one.
Yep.
So I think.
Is that me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I am playing Infamous right now. I finished Bravely Default yesterday, and it's amazing.
Oh, how was that?
Good. It's a 70-hour game, and I could have gone even longer because I sort of skipped ahead to the ending because I knew how to get there.
Wow.
Because they pretty much rub in your face how to get there for like the last 20 hours you're playing. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, what else am I playing? I just got Super Mario Brothers 3 on my 3DS, and it makes me very happy. Because that game is absurdly gigantic. Like, for something on the original Nintendo, that game is gigantic.
It is. Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
Like Mom Dick.
Mom Dick.
How to bring it back.
Life, man.
And I've been playing Awesome Not still, too, occasionally, because that game's really fun.
And Mom Dick.
I feel like I need to pick that game up.
And my Dirk.
But yeah, no, that's pretty cool. So tell us. I know what Awesome Knots is about, but tell us again, kind of like what the premise is behind that.
It's like a League of Legends type game where you are trying to like follow little bots around to destroy turrets and get to your opponent's base. But it's 2D and it's side-scrolling and it's got like a Wild West space theme.
I can be on board with that.
And it's not free, but it comes with all the characters, so you don't have to buy characters.
How much is it?
It was like $10 on PlayStation Plus last month. I don't know how much it is now.
Nice.
And what would you say are your impressions of? Did you beat it yet, Infamous?
I beat it. Yeah, I'm on a second playthrough on Expert to try and get the trophies.
So it's keeping you coming back. So well, before we get to me, I want to ask you, like, would you recommend people who have a PS4 buy this game?
Definitely. It is short. Like, it's really short compared to like Infamous 2. It's really short, but it merits 2 playthroughs. I feel like after this playthrough, I'm done though. So
yeah.
Question: if you weren't a fan of the first 2 Infamouses, like at all, will this game change your mind about the series, or is it more geared for fans, of the series itself?
I think it'll change your mind.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really fun. It's like it's nothing different from the other games. Like the mechanics are the same, and that's sort of where it's gotten a lot of criticism. But it's really fun, and the neon powers are the best. So.
Oh yeah.
And they're so cool.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil any of the other powers, but so far the neon one is my favorite.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I would say, I am a fan of the other Infamous games, so I would say that even if you weren't a fan of them, like, you don't have to have gone into this game knowing anything about the previous games. But in that way, like, they've done a lot of refinement of a lot of the core mechanics from the previous games. So like certain powers will allow you to like. One of the things I always had difficulty was where if there was something in the air and I had to get it, but I was coming from a high area, like you had to have pinpoint accuracy unless you were like using your fingers weird to hover and then shoot. And so there's a power that allows you to hover and shoot without pressing anything extra. And that was just something that was just like, yes, like this is what I needed for this game. And they've done a lot of refinement and stuff like that, and it's really enjoyable to experience and experiment with the new powers that you get. Because like it does change the way you play the game completely.
And what's cool is that there's much more of a difference between like the good playthrough and the evil playthrough now. The powers, they work a little differently, whereas before they were basically just like a palette swap.
Colors, yeah.
So that's cool too.
Yeah.
I think you're last.
Oh yeah, me.
This man forgot about himself.
Yeah, exactly. I have been playing Infamous. I finally got some time to like play something a little bit, and I've gotten a chance to get some hands on with that. And I plan on playing some Leechdom at some point soon, either today or tomorrow. But when we were at PAX, we were able to get early access codes to this game Leechdom. So shout out to the developers. Xavier. Jeez.
Yes.
Yeah, shout out to them for the interview and also for giving Dan and I the codes to the game.
Such a fun fucking game. You have no idea, guys.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And I'm saying that with like a really stoic face right now, but that game is like, it's the shit.
when it's done, it's going to be really, really, really cool.
What is it?
So
it's on early access on Steam for $20 if you want to check it out. It's called Leechdom. So definitely go look at it. It's on PC only. It's a game about being a mage and like probably the most badass mage you've ever played in your entire life. So check it out.
Yeah, it has some really deep mechanics, and the core mechanics of the actual gameplay are pretty solid.
I'm sorry, which game?
Leechdom. Lichdom.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, at PAX, they were like having this huge giveaway that everyone was talking about. They're like, yeah, they're giving away this Game Frags computer that's like $3,000. And I was like, what? I don't even know. What is this even?
Over it.
Yeah. They like nerdgasming me everywhere. I was like, oh my God, what is this? But yeah, no, we checked it out. They were super nice and they were super cool with us. So shout out to them.
Hell yeah, they were.
Yeah. And what else have I been playing? I tried playing a little bit of Mercenaries King, and that didn't go well because we didn't actually get into the game. And then It's mainly been Infamous. Last thing I played Metal Gear Ground Zeroes. I played that some more, just because like I just love playing the game. It's enjoyable. Fucking, there was one other thing I was playing at some point. Oh, we tried Battlefield.
Really?
Just to see what happened. And fucking, I think that just gives you enough information. Just not
Yeah.
Say anything.
I love how he's like, you know what? The game's not broken because you can insert it flawlessly into the system. It's like every time I take a look at Battlefield, they're saying some dumbass quote like that. Well,
you can't put
the
game in this.
spins in your console. So I don't know where these, this hasn't affected our brand at all. And it's like, dude, you've got like 13 class action lawsuits in each state coming against you because you release a half-ass game. Well, we like to just think that those are the minority. That's 80% of your playing population.
Everyone else sold their game. No one else cares enough to say anything.
And I especially am frustrated with that game because you guys all know. I mean, Will and I had that epic freaking argument / debate going back and forth on Call of Duty, Battlefield, all before Battlefield was released. It was one of my most anticipated games ever because Battlefield 3 was awesome, and so was the premium service. And so I just got premium in Battlefield 4, and the very first thing that happened to me in Battlefield was I fell through the map. My character just fell into nothingness, and I had to restart the game.
That didn't happen to us this time. What happened to us initially when we first started playing was they put us on different teams, which is, of course, a common thing in Battlefield. And then it was just like we did objective-based modes, and we just like being put in these situations where we were like, we're set up to fail so many times, and then we played team deathmatch, and we were just we were getting spawn camped, so like people were just looking out the windows and like looking for the spawns. We would go forward and just get shot in the face, and then it was just that for like a solid 30 minutes, and so we stopped.
And they're like, you can actually choose your spawn point. So we choose a spawn point, and it would just happen to randomly place us in front of an enemy.
In front of the enemy! Every time!
And I love, speaking of sprinting, I love, too, how an issue is still that you will just randomly die upon sprinting.
Oh, my God. God, yes. So
And it's ridiculous. They're like, well, we've been working on your fixes. We fixed the sound of the M4A1 when it's on burst fire. Unfortunately, you still randomly die upon sprinting, and also we're still trying to figure out, you doing no damage whatsoever to your enemy.
Yes.
But we're working on other important issues. And by the way, we're also making sure that, that M79 sound effect and the puff of smoke actually appears. So we're prioritizing.
So what's hilarious about that? I didn't record it. I should have really fucking recorded it. But like the entire situation is hilarious. One, there was an instance where I was chasing someone and I was sprinting through a concrete doorway, and an explosion happened, and it said you were killed in action. And I was like, what? Nothing happened to me. I just died.
Sounds like bad luck in Battlefield 3. You would just, for no reason whatsoever, you would just randomly die, and it would just say bad luck. It's like, at least you're being honest with me at this point.
Yeah, killed in action means I was killed in the action of sprinting forward.
You have been killed in action. No shit. But what are you going to do? I think the joke is the fact that this game exists and that it's out. I mean, EA, I can't believe this game exists. I'm still so depressed.
I want to do a review of that game just so that I have at least one review on the channel that is like not a good game.
Yeah, well, my review would just be me dropping my shorts and taking a dump on the box. I think it's a pretty good metaphor.
Yeah. That's what I've been playing.
It's awful.
Exactly. It's the only thing appropriate enough for a review of Battlefield 4.
I think it's worse because you paid for premium service.
I know, man. $120 on one of the most broken games ever released. Could be ET, though.
It's one expensive poop, I'll tell you that much.
Yep.
Next part of the podcast is the game releases. So, there's a whole bunch of games that just released / are coming out. I'm just going to name them, and if anyone has something they want to say about any of the games, they should definitely do that. So we talked a little bit about Conception 2 already. Ragnarok, Odyssey Ace, fucking Goat Simulator, Connect Sports Rivals.
Did you say Adult Simulator?
Goat Simulator.
Oh,
Goat Simulator.
Okay, I got really.
Well, Adult Simulator would just be like The Sims. Like, you're an adult, go get a job.
I was thinking of another adult. I was like,
I mean, you can do that in The Sims too.
I mean,
yeah, sure.
Patches and shit.
Word.
Or you could just watch porn. I mean,
Well, I mean that's an option too. Yeah.
Porn.
Porn is good. Fucking, oh my god, Oculus Rift porn. I can't wait. Anyway.
Damn, you just went there.
I did.
No one was thinking about that except
I was
for you.
thinking about that.
Let's be honest, everybody's been thinking about that since
Yes.
since like VR was first thought up.
I mean, yes, but
Yeah.
damn, you just
That's
ruined
why they
the
made a
Oculus
Virtual
Rift
Boy
for me.
was for some like red and black porn.
Oh my god, that would. I had a discussion with someone about the Virtual Boy, and I was like, yeah, that was their first attempt at virtual reality, and it was on the market for 1.5 months. I'm
Yep.
pretty sure people died playing that.
Oh boy.
Fucking the Elder Scrolls Online, Strike
Which-
Suit. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say Elder Scrolls Online was really fun. I wish it were out on PS4 now and not in like 3 months.
Oh, it's not even out on PS4 yet?
Not until the end of June.
Oh my god.
Only PC.
Yeah. Strike Suit Zero.
That game looks cool.
I heard bad things about it.
You gotta be in that mode to be like first person in a spaceship transforming robot and want to blow everything up. That game looks fucking cool.
The transforming robot, like it's only circumstantial for when you transform, and when you transform, it's like it's not even important. Like you don't do shit.
I'm still about that life. I don't care.
You can only transform when you're going to your day job.
In space where I shoot things. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, I mean, check it out if you want to. I will give you the
It's
fair
on,
warning.
it's on my Steam wish list already. Like it's been on my Steam wish list for like 2 weeks. It was on like $8.99 for a little bit, but I missed that sale.
Yeah. Just a quick note. I say this all the time. I agree with what Dan said earlier as far as playing games and not just unless everyone's saying this game is a 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
There's so many games out there that are so clutch that are only rated by the mainstream media like 6, 7. 7's still good, but it's 6.5 that people pass up on. So that I don't know if that game falls into that category, but something to think about.
And,
I checked a lot of sites. Like its Metacritic score it was not good. It's review like customer review scores weren't good, and I was just like, I'll pass.
Yeah.
Still gonna buy it. I don't give a shit.
I mean, definitely support the game if you're really interested in it. I mean, the only thing I can really say is that, we basically said if it's not a good game, you can't get mad at me for not saying anything. So,
like, we've all bought shitty games before, so whatever.
I'm just not about buying shitty games anymore. And again, that's one of the other reasons why I don't like the number system. It's like when someone tells you a 6.5 out of 10, it's like, what does that really mean?
But I mean, how do you hate the idea of like essentially being in space, shooting the shit out of everything, and then being able to transform into a robot and continuing to blow shit up? Like, that's just dope.
Yeah, but I think there are other games that do that better.
Like what?
Like any of the Gundam Dynasty Warriors games.
Wing Command.
You don't transform into a ship though.
Isn't there a Gundam that transforms? Isn't there what's the
like
name?
one Gundam
Arios.
does that, and then there's like 50 other Gundams to pick.
There's one ship in the game.
But then there's like 50 other Gundams to pick, and what if that Gundam is like shittier than the other Gundams? Like,
it's
no,
a better game than that shit. I'm just saying.
not even.
I'll say
not by a long shot. You haven't even played the game.
I haven't played either of them. I can just see both of them.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm just looking at both of them. I was like, this doesn't. I mean, it's a cool idea, but the way that the gameplay mechanics play out don't look very fun.
You haven't played the games.
You haven't played it either. I played Dynasty Warriors Gundam 1. All right.
The best part of this is I'm looking at the top right of my screen, and this is the type of conversation these guys have all the time in the Black Oni podcast. They're going back and forth, but on this call, every time one of them speaks, I see it switch to their face, and it's going extremely fast. It's hilarious. It's great.
I don't understand. I just don't understand how you pass judgment on 2 games that you've never played.
All right, I played Gundam Dynasty Warriors 1. I didn't play parts 2 and 3, so I didn't play the entire series, so I don't know what all the games are like.
Yeah, I played 3 at least.
All right. But I can tell from playing part 1, that's what the gameplay mechanics are if you want to do that. And from what I'm seeing of this newer game, the fucking Strike Zero thing, it's like the game everyone wanted to have, but it just doesn't execute.
There was an MMO like based on this type of gameplay a long time ago that I played, and I don't remember the name of it. It was like Ace something, but it was really cool.
Ace Combat?
But you fly around. It's not like you're. What is that?
Yeah, someone put their headphones on or something.
Yo, it sounds like someone just got transported to another dimension.
What was that?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't hear it anymore now.
Well, at the end of the day, if you end up picking up this game and it's just an abysmal piece of trash, just remember that I, Bauer Kills, have the special edition of Duke Nukem Forever, so it's okay.
All right.
It's all right.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's actually a true story.
You can do like barrel rolls.
Soil saw it. I saw pictures on my Facebook of giving a thumbs up before I actually opened the game up and realized it was just a turd.
You can do barrel rolls on Battlefield. It doesn't make it a good game.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm about to buy this game right now, just to play it, and then tell you how awesome it is.
I mean, you should definitely do it. It's people shouldn't not buy games just because of reviews. I'm very picky about buying games now because I don't have the time or the money to just ball out on games all the time.
You can play it for 10 minutes, level up, and then be like, I like this. It's not that hard.
Or I can play something else. Anyway, Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn.
Oh, yay. I just got to say, I played the last MMO that I really played. Yeah, someone really sounds like they are trying to play the game we were just talking about in space. Yeah. But everything that I've seen from Final Fantasy XIV, everything that some gamers whose opinion I really respect, everything I've heard from them, anybody out there watching this podcast is on the fence, get the game. Just get it.
Sounds like he's trying to escape the Shadow Realm or some shit.
Everyone put headphones on. Everyone who can put headphones on. Just
yeah. But it's one of those. It's so frustrating because I don't have time these days to get all invested in an MMO. Although the new EverQuest coming out might change that or force my hand there. But that game just looks so freaking sweet. And some of the people here actually said that it was really, really a whole lot of fun. I think you, Dan. I think you were saying.
Oh yeah, Final Fantasy XIV, definitely. I love that game. Yeah. I haven't played it recently because I've been busy, but that game is it's beautiful. Just to look at, and even though there's a fast travel system, I'm always compelled to just walk across the landscape on my Chocobo. So really great game.
Even just while we were talking, I was on GameStop, and they've got a special for the PS4 version that comes with a 60-day subscription, and I was just debating buying it because that game's really fun.
That's awesome. Yeah. I wish I just had a year to just fall off the face of the earth, just disappear from recorded history and just play the hell out of an MMO. Yes. I've been wanting to play an MMO for a couple of years. I just never have time to invest in it anymore. It sucks. I miss being a kid.
Yeah. If I was a kid with the games that we have out now, I mean...
That's some awesome games, though, man. Super Nintendo was sick. PlayStation was sick. PS2 was sick. Mm-hmm. A lot of other systems were also sick.
Yeah.
It's some good times. But
we did.
Games coming out here, though, still makes you want to be a freaking child again. Although some would argue I am pretty much just a child in a big man's body. So.
I mean, aren't we all in some way?
And if I was a kid again, I wouldn't be able to afford gaming.
That's true.
Expensive. So, probably wouldn't be playing online.
That's a way too valid point for 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Easter Sunday.
That's great. And what else is on this list here? Sorry, I just clicked off of the damn agenda. Kirby Triple Deluxe.
Woo! Kirby.
Kirby?
Time they came out with a Kirby game.
Are you getting it?
Can't wait for it. No, I didn't get it yet.
Oh.
I just got Conception. I have not gotten Kirby yet.
What system is that on?
3DS, I think.
When was the last time they released a major Kirby game on a Nintendo console?
There was a
I think it was Kirby's Return to Dreamland.
Talk about like a home console.
Yeah, like a home console.
I think it was Kirby's Return to Dreamland for the Wii, where you get the big sword and stuff. Like you get the super abilities.
That was one of the few games that I really liked on Wii. And, you know, if they were to announce both a Metroid and a Kirby mixed with Mario Kart 8, I would straight up go get a Wii U today. Like, after this podcast, I would be like, I'm gone. I'm going to go get one. I've just been waiting for them to talk about one of those two or both of them because it would be so sweet. Like, when you just said Kirby, Will, I just got so excited. I almost, like, stood up. You guys can't see me, but I almost, like, stood up, and then I realized it wasn't on, like Wii U's on 3DS.
I think in the Nintendo Direct where they were talking about Tomodachi Life coming to America, they may have hinted at a new Metroid game in the works, but I'm not really positive about that. I think it might just be wishful thinking on my part, but here's hoping anyway.
Yeah. That'd be...
Yeah, they need to spend a little bit more time focusing on their Wii U. I think. What the fuck?
What was that?
My bad. Anyway, the Wii U is cool, and the Wii U is starting to get like a lot of indie development too. I just backed a Kickstarter.
Yeah,
I forget what it's. Yeah, I did. But it's they're really taking advantage, or at least trying to bring back gaming to the living room and being with your friends. Again, I think I've said before, Wii Party U is a really fun game, and this other party game that's being developed, this indie developed game. Kickstarter. It's like supposed to be what is it? Like RTS, real time strategy game?
Yeah, it's an
like
RTS with
Dungeons
like
and Dragons, and like the game master, the dungeon master. The game master is like the person with the Wii U gamepad, and everybody else playing has a controller. So I think that's really cool. I gave them real money because I want it. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I'm not a huge fan of RTS, but I think the novelty of being able to play something like that with your friends is a pretty cool idea. I like that.
Oh, it's called Hex Heroes. Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a Wii U, and I'm not a fan of RTS.
Well, it's gonna come out on Windows, Linux, and Mac, but Wii U is like their stretch goal, I believe.
I thought the other things were the stretch goal. I thought the game was made for the Wii U, and the stretch goal was for PC and Mac. Because like the game was made to be played on a tablet and on a TV.
I'm gonna send you the link, and you can tell me because I'm not reading right now.
Yeah, because you sent me the link in the chat, and that's what I read.
Sent it again.
So
yeah, it's all ages on Wii U.
There you go.
I'm looking at my email. That's why I'm laughing randomly. I don't know why. WebMD. There's just an email titled "What STDs Look and Feel Like."
Just say Wii U.
Who from WebMD thought anybody is going to click on that email?
I wonder if this growth on my dick is an STD.
So I'm not laughing at you guys' conversation. I'm just laughing at the randomness of that email. Because I subscribe to them to get like diets, tips and stuff, even though I never use them. I'm just like, I just ate a full pizza from Pizza Hut. But I did look at what it would be like if I at least somewhat attempted to eat better. So therefore, I've dieted. But
in theory.
Yeah. Anyway.
So, PAX has happened.
Whoa.
Yeah, wow, dude.
Yeah.
Are you excited about that?
Yeah, duh.
Someone had a solid echo going on.
Yeah, that was an echo. I think it was because he's using the Xbox One. There's so many voices going back and forth.
The Xbox One fails again.
It can't handle it.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Voice chat.
Lots of exciting announcements and impressions from folks at PAX. So we talked a little bit about Lichdom. That's one of the games that we got a chance to check out hands-on. I know everyone here didn't get a chance to go to PAX, but both Kevin, Dan, and myself were there, and the hype was very real.
Hype was so real.
Man, And it was great because they were showing off games. There were a bunch of indie developed games that no one had seen yet before that we were all getting a chance to play. Evolve was on the show floor. Wolfenstein was there. The Oculus Rift was there.
Let's try that on.
Yes, I put up a video of me trying it on.
Oh, sweet! I gotta check that out.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, I had already had previous experience with the Oculus Rift before the first development kit, and so this is the second one that they're touting, and it's already far improved. It has spatial tracking, so like you can move your head around and stuff like that. What the hell are you doing?
It's fucking flash drive. Don't pay attention. Ignore me.
I can hear it. That's why I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? And you know, it'll track, you know, where you are positioned. You can see around everything. It's like 1080p. It's really lightweight, so it doesn't feel like it's obstructing your view in any way. Like once you put it on, you get adjusted for a second, and then you're just in it. So you don't have to worry about it. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's dope. And I didn't get to play Evolve yet, but I got an interview with the developers, and that shit was dope. There was a huge line for Wolfenstein, even though that game comes out like next month.
I know.
So like I'm interested to see kind of like what all that hype was about, because I saw like the video that they were playing on the screen and stuff, and people playing it, but.
I actually waited in line for the Borderlands pre-sequel. That game is so beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Like, not only does it take that was a sigh of I wish I could do it again. Like, I would literally wait 4 hours again to see a small video of gameplay for that game.
I think they sent me the B-roll of what you saw.
Huh?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I think they sent me the B-roll footage of what you saw.
From Borderlands?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's awesome, but it's also like you fucking waited in line for 4 hours for that.
I don't give a damn. That game was dope. I just said I would do it again.
That's true. All right.
Ain't no Shaq Fu.
Yeah, and like everybody has an Australian accent, and they wait on the moon. You have jetpacks. So it's fucking cool, man. I love that game, and I haven't even played it yet, but I love it. Mm-hmm. I like the characters. I like that they got new skill trees. It's not really like a carbon copy of Borderlands 2 or the first one. Mm-hmm. It's really like how Handsome Jack became Handsome Jack, and all of that is relevant to my interests. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out when it drops. I was skeptical of Borderlands 2 when I first bought it, but then I eventually grew to like it. So that's why I'm a fan of the pre-sequel. That was the only thing I really checked out, like at PAX, because I was just doing work. After that, but yeah, next year. It was always next year. I was really disappointed there weren't many Japanese developers there. Indie had a lot of representation, but like I can't really like jump on an indie game, like that's still in development. So next year I want to see Nintendo. I want to see a Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I want to see it. They should have showed like Drakengard 3 at least.
It's not even coming to the US though.
Yeah, it is. I got it on my Amazon wish list.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah.
I thought it wasn't coming to the US.
Yeah, man. So I want to see more stuff from the Orient, the Far East movement. Know what I'm saying?
There was no presence of that basically at all. Like Square Enix was there, but they were showing Murder Soul Suspect.
And Capcom. Capcom needs to be there next time.
I don't think that they're ever there. I don't think there's usually any Japanese presence at PAX.
But Nintendo said that they were pulling out of PAX and they were usually there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They must not have been getting any people really interested.
Yes.
I mean, I think it's also PAX attracts a certain crowd. Like, I know a lot of people were there like just for like League of Legends. Mm-hmm. A lot of PC gamers, and Nintendo just doesn't appeal to that crowd. So,
Are you serious? Do you know how many people had 3DSs there though?
That is true. That is true.
There were a shit ton of 3DSs there.
Fuck no, man. Like, I was, like, literally talking with, like, this really cute French-Canadian girl who was a competitive battler on Smogon, and then, like, we sat down with the PCs and they started playing League. I forget her name, but she was really cute. No, I ain't got her number. She's from Canada. Like, fuck. Not spending money like that. Anyway, moving on. Yeah.
Did you guys hear anything about PAX that kind of like tickled your pickle in terms of, new developments? I mean, the guys who weren't at PAX, everyone else.
What? I don't know. I mean, I would have stood in the line for Evolve or Wolfenstein just to have done either one.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It was one of those things I wish I would have been there just to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Next year though.
Next year.
Can you repeat the question?
Did you hear any news about stuff that happened at PAX that kind of like has you excited?
Yeah, from you.
Oh yeah, okay.
I watched the video. No, but really, Evolve looks pretty fucking cool, and there's really something that wasn't on my radar beforehand.
Yeah, I'm getting.
But just the premise of it, what is it? 4 versus 1.
Mm-hmm. That's just one of the modes that they're showing off. I think there's other modes. I don't know what they are, but like.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm sure they're gonna have traditional deathmatch and maybe monster versus monster or some crazy shit, but. Just that whole premise, like one person can potentially, destroy your life at the lift of a finger.
Yeah.
Like, it just makes you feel that cool being that monster, and it makes everyone else have to play together. I'm getting kind of tired of those multiplayer games where you just run and gun or whatever. Being tactical is like the new thing for me. So anything that does that, I'm looking forward to.
We need to get another one of the Rainbow Six games, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We just need it in our lives.
That's how the three of us
Tom
met.
Clancy's dead, though, right?
Tom Clancy's dead, but the games definitely aren't.
Wait, when did Tom Clancy go?
Last year.
Last year, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah.
It's that long ago. It was only like in the last few months, I think.
October 1st, 2013.
Yeah, nonetheless, he's gone.
Yeah, he's dead.
I don't see any Rainbow Six coming out anytime soon.
And what's with all these?
They're still developing games under Tom Clancy's name.
Yeah, he never had shit to do with the games, did he?
I mean, he was a consultant for a lot of
the inspiration or the influence, a lot of the source material. Like he had a lot to do with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they just used his name because he made good books. But okay.
Not just that. I mean, we got a lot of good games with his help. We did.
Mm-hmm.
What is with all these people dying? Seriously, it's like everybody is dying here.
Did you not watch The Lion King? Are you not aware of the circle of life?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's just like the last few years.
Circle of life.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
I'll watch that.
And we all turn into gas. Become stars in the sky. I can see Mufasa right now. Look out the window.
No.
Always awesome people, man. The last year and a half, 2 years, it seems like even more so. Like all these high-profile people are getting smoked. Yeah. Like Tom Clancy, dead. Philip Seymour Hoffman, dead.
Well, the good die young, so they were obviously assholes.
Yeah. Well, Paul Walker wasn't old, so I guess that guy was okay.
He was young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's what, 40?
Why are we mourning? Let's continue with the podcast. This is depressing.
Repax, bro. I just did a callback to the title of the podcast.
You're way too self-aware for right now.
Thank you for drawing my attention to what you just did.
Yeah, right?
Anyway. Guys, we gotta make a even bigger presence next year at PAX. So far, people know about Black Oni. They know we exist. We know we're a thing, and
so far, so good.
Yeah.
Just
go streaking with your logo painted on your body. That'll make an impact.
It'll do something.
That's right. Hey.
But yeah, we got a bunch of connections and contacts with some people who will hopefully be giving some perks to the team. So that will be exciting once that happens. In other news, PS4 is beating the Xbox One by a lot. It's projected to be 2 million or over 2 million, despite Titanfall's arrival, which is pretty much Microsoft's trump card for the year.
And despite the fact that there are no games on it, too.
Yeah, and there aren't that many games on PS4. And granted, when we say not that many games on PS4, we're like talking about high-profile games. Like they've been releasing a lot
There's
of like
some good ones though.
Oh yeah, no, some great ones. And
there's some great ones on there. That's the case. That's with every launch system that just for the first 6 months to a year, it's just kind of dry on the high profile while games are being developed. That's nothing new.
And we have like a bunch of indie games that are on the console as well, which are all really good games. It's just like in terms of those big profile, like what you expect from AAA developed games, we don't have that many of them. And Microsoft has this behemoth that is Titanfall. And I just find it really interesting that at this point, like the PS4 isn't really doing that great in Japan to be like, oh my god, like it's even astronomical numbers over there. Like they're just getting started. Like they only have like really 1 or 2 games that they're really excited for on the PS4, and those games are available on the PS3.
I only have 1 or 2 games that I'm excited for on the PS4.
Oh,
they aren't even out yet.
You're a statistical anomaly.
Whatever. I'm a glitch in the Matrix. I'm okay with that.
You are.
But there are a shit ton of games that I'm excited for on the PS4. Like the games that I've been playing, I've been really enjoying. I haven't played like Warframe in a long time, but they just announced that they have an update either that has released or is coming called Melee 2.0, which is like supposed to overhaul the entire Melee system. And basically, I don't know if any of you guys have ever played Unreal Championship 2 or 2, I think, or 3. It came out on Xbox, the original Xbox, and like you can have your melee weapon out, and it was like an actual weapon that you would have different button combinations for. Like they're trying to do something very similar in Warframe. So I think there's a bunch of cool things going on PS4. I think, but we have to wait a little longer for those like really huge games to really hit.
Yeah. Well, there's some coming out just like end of the year. They just haven't announced when. So I'm assuming they're going to try and get a bunch out for Christmas, and then the market will get fuller.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, really, this happens with every new console release. But I think, honestly, PS4 is primed to be in a better position. Well, it's already selling faster than PS3. Crazy. But it's primed to be in a better position than PS3 was. It took PS3 a good 2 years to really have, like, a decent lineup for people to say, okay, let's go out and get it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was by, 2008 that they had Metal Gear Solid 4, the first Little Big Planet,
Infamous
Uncharted, Infamous didn't come out till 2009.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they had a decent lineup by 2008 for PS3. So by the end of this year into next year, it'll, I'm sure they'll have a decent lineup. And if you look at it, I actually counted the titles I have on it by PlayStation Plus alone. It's like added with the shit I bought. It's like 14 titles already.
Yeah.
I couldn't say that for PS3 within 2 years.
Nah.
It doesn't all have to be AAA.
It's a testament, I think, to the way that Sony approaches video game development, and that they don't. I mean, there's always going to be developers, regardless of what console is coming out for, that's going to rush stuff out there. But I think in general, Sony takes a much more strategic approach to what they do and how they release games, and especially how they develop them.
Mm-hmm.
So that, even though they're not, right now they don't have the biggest library, which again is to be expected, with the new console and everything, that they're doing things the right way. And that the games, when they do come out, are in general going to be awesome. They're going to be developed, the right way. And so, that's something I've always appreciated about Sony. I mean, when the first PlayStation came out, I mean, it's been the same way since, in all three or four generations of Sony.
What is that?
Oh, God's name.
Who's watching something? What the hell was that?
Yeah, I don't know.
How was it?
I don't know, but I heard someone click, like, trying to be all ninja about it.
Yeah, we can hear it in the background.
I took off a headphone, but...
Oh, yeah, I don't think that would have caused us to be able to hear, like, a TV or something. But, yeah, no, I think, that's exactly what you said. Like, Drive Club, for example, that was pushed back, and they were going to have that be a launch title. And
now they don't know when it's coming out.
Yeah, so that's the frustrating thing. Like, they didn't say when it's coming out, which is fucking annoying. But from what I see so far of it, they look like they've been taking that time to really put a lot of polish on the game.
It's the way to do it. That's the way to do. It's always better to wait and have a great game than even a game that they rush out that's still good that could have been great. That drives me crazy. A game could have been phenomenal and instead it got rushed and it's just good, you know?
But what drives me crazy is when shit turns to fucking vaporware. You're not even sure if it exists anymore.
Last Guardian.
Last Guardian.
Yeah,
Last
Yeah.
Oh, it's
still
coming.
It's
coming.
still coming.
Final Fantasy 15
Yeah, no, that. Yeah, no. I mean, I just
13.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. What is that?
The game's been in development for like 12 years.
Seriously.
It's gone through 2 different systems.
They changed the name of it like twice.
I'll say this: since 2006, it premiered at E3 2006. That is the one hope that I have for the Final Fantasy franchise. And then Will and I have had some really good conversations about this. That game looks, if they deliver on what it looks like, they're going to at least try for, bringing back a world map, an airship, towns, magic, all this stuff. In the conventional sense, at least, it has the opportunity to bring Final Fantasy back on the map like it used to be. But I'm just praying and hoping that they are actually developing it the way that they should be. And
I don't even think they were developing it for the longest time. Like,
they stopped.
They had a full staff like developing it, but they didn't have any gameplay at all for like 10 years. So what were they doing for 10 years?
Same with Kingdom Hearts 3, man. They're like,
it's the same team.
Finally released the video of Sora running around in a generic environment with generic-looking freaking shadow enemies we've seen before. I mean, I don't understand.
1, they're called Heartless. 2, he can ride them now. So, come on. That's fucking cool. That's awesome.
Is that, should that be representative all the time? I mean, I just like when they.
Yes, it's like a main point of the game.
Well,
I would it's the main point of the game, but you would have expected that by now they would have had more to show. I think that's what he's trying to say.
Was one of the worst reveals I've ever seen. That reveal just pissed me off. Anything.
It has to be a basic Heartless enemy. Sora turned into a Heartless at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1. Come on.
Terrible.
Y'all niggas don't have love for these games. I'm saying.
We have love for them. It's just like we have so much love for them that we expect more out of them. Like,
yeah, we love them so much that we expect not to be dicked around and have like 5 titles released on 4 different consoles, so that we can at least follow the game's story. Or when you're going to reveal it 10 years after you start developing it, I want to see something other than a 30-second blurb about.
Let me say this, Dan. I understand where you're coming from. You have a very large passion for this, and anything that they would have revealed about the game would have made you nerdgasm. I understand that. If they try to do some shit like that with Metal Gear, I would be really fucking pissed off.
Yeah. Dude, they had a game in development like that with Metal Gear.
Where they only just showed off like a glimpse of something over a 7-year development period? No, they did fucking not.
Yeah, it's called Ground Zero. So you play it 8 minutes.
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
He's got a point.
They did do that with the Phantom Pain, though.
It's a 2-hour game, but you can actually keep playing it and still keep experiencing something different. A fucking trailer is a 20-second fucking trailer. You give me a 20-second trailer for 7 years of development? Fuck you.
Yeah, I agree with Will there. I mean, Ground Zeroes is at least always transparent.
We're talking about Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts? Because Kingdom Hearts, they lost all the data for Kingdom Hearts 1. So, like... Why
does that have anything to do with Kingdom Hearts 3 if it's being developed?
I mean, because you know how games are developed. They go back and they look at data and they had to build Kingdom Hearts from scratch.
How the fuck do you lose
that
data?
Really speaks volumes. That really speaks volumes to the quality of Square fucking Enix. You guys know how much I hate them.
You really can't shit on Square Enix because everybody still jizzes to Final Fantasy VII. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But that's in a past, Square Enix.
That game, whether you like Final Fantasy VII or not, that game was a landmark title. That raised the medium as a whole.
Absolutely.
So there's something to be said for that. But as far as losing your source code for one of your most beloved titles, I mean, that's just pathetic and irresponsible.
Yeah,
that would have happened under Squaresoft.
Like,
not to mention, they weren't called Square Enix when Final Fantasy VII came out.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
Squaresoft. That merged with Onyx because Onyx was dying and Dragon Quest wasn't really pulling in numbers anymore.
Well, it still does in Japan. Dragon Quest is still giant in Japan.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff are still giant in Japan. Like, when I was there,
I'm big.
We had a conversation about this.
Okay. Not in that sense. Like, I'm statistically taller than people in Japan, like this.
Yeah, no. I mean, like Japanese people are tiny. They fucking short.
Hey guys, just quick one. I got about 10 minutes. And I got to hop off here.
Yes.
Thank God. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'll be back though soon. If history is any indicator, I'll be back in about 20 episodes. So.
20 episodes later.
It's been 3,000 years. Anybody? Pokemon? Anybody? No? All right.
Competition is great for the industry. Microsoft has fully acknowledged their shortcomings. All right, let's just go down the line, figure out, what do you guys have to say about that? What is this? Do you agree that competition is good in this sense? We'll start with Dan.
We talked about this before. I always defend Nintendo in saying that they're the innovators of the game industry and that Sony and Microsoft always follow suit. So as far as competition goes, yeah, it's good because we'll always see new things and our fantasies become reality and developed, done.
You're kidding me.
Yep.
So they're innovators, and they don't really make too many new IPs anymore. I mean, I'm not shitting on Nintendo because I think they're one of the greatest.
Not in software, in hardware.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in hardware.
I mean, I think they're one of the greatest console makers overall, and we all grew up on them in a sense, so I love them. But okay, since you're talking about hardware, I can see that. But software, they need to get it together.
Step their game up,
the shit that they make is solid, it's good, but they rest on their laurels way too much.
Yeah.
When are they gonna start creating more new IPs?
Yeah,
so.
There's only so much of the same thing I can take. I mean, granted, my favorite franchise is Metal Gear. They've been doing this shit for 20 years, but I like other games too.
What's the last new Nintendo IP? Was it Pikmin?
Pikmin.
Yeah.
In 2002?
That's such a legit question, Kevin. Thank you.
Probably.
Animal Crossing?
I think Animal Crossing is earlier than Pikmin, isn't it?
I don't know. They're about the same time.
But that either way, you're going back to GameCube days.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
I'll say this. I think as far as competition is concerned, I honestly believe all three, Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft could all, offer something to one another. I think that if Sony could use Microsoft's expertise in the cloud, because especially from a security standpoint and a processing and an understanding and knowledge standpoint, nobody even comes close to Microsoft. I mean, they're not only secure, but they are making evolutionary advances there in how to use the technology, how to deliver resources. But as far as resources are concerned, if Microsoft or Sony actually put the same kind of resources behind, a lot of their development and a lot of their resources like Nintendo does. I mean, yeah, Nintendo is very short-sighted, but the way that they fund and the way that they drive and the way that they distribute their resources, I think, is absolutely fantastic. And it actually hurts me to acknowledge that because I hate Nintendo so much for some of the things that they frustrated me with, but they do a really good job of that. And I think that if the others had the same type of development as far as exclusives are concerned and IP developments are concerned to Sony, I just think that each brand, each company has something that they specialize in that others could learn from and make themselves better. So I think competition is a phenomenal part of this industry for a number of different reasons. But I mean, that especially, I think they could all learn something from one another, and we could all, this industry and the people that, spend time within it could be better off for it.
Right.
Does anybody remember the Ouya?
What's that?
Just wanted to bring that up. Anyway.
That didn't need to happen.
What did he say? I didn't hear it.
Exactly.
Ouya, or the Ouya.
The Ouya.
Oh.
Yeah.
All I heard coming out of his mouth was Shaq Fu.
That was so funny, I forgot to laugh.
I laughed.
You're gonna buy it.
I laughed. But yeah, I think, I guess it's kind of a simple question to answer. Yeah, it's definitely a good thing for the industry. I think that Microsoft finally kind of admitting that they fucked up was just like, duh! Like, it took a really long time to figure that out. And I don't know. The fanboy in me is just like, yeah, fuck you guys. You guys are idiots. But then the other one in me is like, they at least they're saying something about it now. At least they're like, yeah, we fucked up.
They said something. They could have said nothing. They could have absolutely just sucked it up and been like, yeah, we knew exactly what we were doing, even though we fucked up. No, they came out and they said, look.
Yeah, you got to remember, though, it's a business decision to acknowledge it. It's not because they're trying to have high integrity. You know, they can't.
Also right.
They can't just blatantly deny the facts, especially now that there are sales numbers behind it. Not that sales numbers, as Yarger was, mean anything, but there are some clear disparities, you know, in consistency, you know, quality between them and Sony at this point as far as next-gen consoles are concerned. So, you know, from a business perspective, they had to acknowledge it. They had to, but you know, they could have taken, you know, the stance that, for instance, EA does with Battlefield 4 and
when you're innovating in the industry,
been ridiculous about it. So I think it's good that they did that, but it's not like it's driven by any responsibility or obligation to the customer. You know, it's driven by an obligation to the business or what makes best business sense for them. You know, so that's something we all need to keep in mind, I think.
Definitely, I forgot what I was about to say. To go alongside with that, but yeah.
Oh my God! I just remembered David has an Xbox One, and it's so weird still.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Oh yeah, Xbox One. Yes, so they have the Titanfall bundle, which is basically supposed to be the secret sauce. The icing on the cake for them is like this is going to be their big opportunity to really push some units out there, and the fact that Dave bought an Xbox One Titanfall bundle. But I don't personally know anyone else who did. But I'm sure there were a ton of other people who did as well. But the fact that that wasn't enough to sell more Xbox Ones than the PS4, with the PS4's only big release being, you know, Infamous Second Son, and us knowing that Americans are like huge on first-person shooters, competitive, like, you know, what does that say for the Xbox One at this point?
Well, I mean, I guess it says a lot. Where do I begin?
I think Titanfall being so big almost hurt the Xbox One even more because, like, so many people are going out and getting Titanfall or thinking about getting the Xbox One with Titanfall, but then you're immediately like, so what else do I order? And there's just nothing there. Like, there's nothing on the horizon in terms of big games right now.
Yeah. And Central 2014 is pretty fun.
It is. It's not a big game. But
yeah.
They got Halo 5 coming
at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, Sony has a whole lot of at some points too, but there's a lot more of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
But Will, didn't you buy Titanfall on PC?
I did.
So there's that option. You know, it's not truly an exclusive to the Xbox One. So there's people that did, but there's people that chose to do that, save some money. You got a PC that can run it, and it's not the highest end graphics you've ever seen, you know. So if you have a decent PC, it can run it. Maybe not full.
360 too.
Okay, yeah, that too. I forgot all about that. So yeah, that's not gonna motivate too many people to purchase for that game.
Yeah, I'm still kind of surprised. I'm happy for Sony in this situation because they're still able to sell products without even like having their big hitters. And I think Infamous is a big hitter, but you know, there's a lot of people who don't really find that appeal. So like Jordan, for example, we were just talking about this before. You weren't really like into the idea of playing Infamous, and that's completely fine. But it doesn't have the same type of mass appeal as something like Titanfall.
What the fuck? What was that?
I
don't
know.
Yeah, I'm watching a video of my niece eating her first Easter bunny, and I thought
she ate a bunny.
No. Chocolate bunny, yeah.
I was playing Tokyo Jungle yesterday, so I was actually thinking of eating bunnies.
Nice.
Yes.
I saw you online playing that, actually. That was pretty cool.
It's 99 cents this weekend, and it's not long-term gameplay, but it's fun. Like, you're a herd of Pomeranians attacking, like, bunnies and cows.
You can get other animals, though.
Yeah, you can. You have to unlock them, though. I just unlocked a cat.
Nice, yeah. So you don't have to be a Pomeranian for the whole game.
No.
I love that game. That game was so good.
We are going to the hot topics. So, we're going to do the guest topics at the end. But what do you think is going to be the highest selling game of the year?
I don't know, and I don't care.
Destiny.
I got 3 on my list. I got 3 possibles.
Hey guys, I gotta run. Yo guys, I gotta run. Hey, appreciate you having me on. I'll be back soon. I'm trying to free up some space on the weekends. I apologize for the wait. I'm sure, especially people like Dan, are really upset that I haven't been around to chat. So, but
Your jokes are so good.
I work on them every day.
Yo, work harder.
Oh, I will. I'll have some singers for you.
Good.
All right, guys.
Man. It was great
Happy
having
Easter,
you on.
everyone.
Peace.
Peace.
Later.
My dick.
So yeah, fucking. What do you think? I guess we're gonna go down, Jared, JC.
I'm sorry, man. I don't know what we were talking about. Like his dick comment kind of threw me off.
What?
You didn't hear what he said before he left?
My dick.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do you think is going to be the highest selling game of the year?
The next Call of Duty.
Oh, you're probably right in that. Or Madden.
Yeah.
Not really, Madden.
Maybe.
No.
People still buy it every year.
Yeah,
Like-
but not like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Not going to be out this year, though.
Oh yeah.
There's no Madden this year.
Never mind.
What?
Yeah, there's the 25th anniversary edition, the one they released last year. They said, we're not doing a yearly release after this. Right now, we don't have a Madden this year.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Maybe they can spend more time on actually making their game good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I do always say that the last good Madden was Madden 2000, though, so it's not like I can disagree with that.
2000 what?
Madden 2000
4.
on PlayStation.
I would say 2004 or 2005 was the
2004.
last really good one, I think.
Madden 2000.
I like the new one. I do.
Yeah. I mean, you're really a lot more into football than I would say I am.
Yeah.
So I like football.
I love football. I love football. I really do.
Just not enough to buy that same game every year.
Yeah.
I have the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Last 2 or 3 years.
I mean, what would you say in the last 2 or 3 years is the best Madden that's come out?
And 25.
Also the latest one.
Yeah. They've made enough refinements that I've enjoyed it. It prevents a really good football challenge. Your receivers don't automatically, magnetically glide across the screen.
Yeah.
And like there are mismatches, but that's because there's a really small guy against a really big guy, a really quick guy.
Yeah.
Like it's football mismatches. It's an actual football game for a change.
Right.
And if you know your football, regardless of what team you play, you can really kick some ass. You really can. I've really enjoyed it.
Nice. All right, cool. What do I think is going to sell the most?
I'm still gonna go with Destiny. I'm hoping it's not Call of Duty. I'm gonna say Destiny. It's on all the consoles, so it's got that.
I would.
Or the Division.
Nah.
I would think I'm more interested in Division in a lot of ways, but I think Destiny's going to sell more because it has more of a mass appeal.
Yeah. I'm hoping people stop buying Call of Duty.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people don't like Ghost that much. So I just wanted people to stop supporting the bullshit. Like they saw with Microsoft when they were announcing the Xbox One initially with all the bullshit. People spoke up and they changed it for the better. Yeah. You can always, as a consumer, you control the market with your wallet. If you're not spending your money on this shit, it's not going to keep coming out.
Well, tell that to the Japanese developers, though. They try to. I don't want to say all the Japanese developers, but there have been a lot of games that would come out. They were just like, "What are you doing? Like, make the games that you were supposed to be making before." Like Final Fantasy 13 and 13-2, I'm pretty sure those weren't commercial successes like they wanted them to be, but they still kept pushing it.
13 was moderately successful, and then 13-2 did terribly, and they somehow made a third one, and I don't understand.
I heard it's because it had a lot of resources left over, and that's why they kept making it.
That's what I heard too. I mean, with like 8 years of development, you would think they have a lot of resources made.
Yeah, unless they lost the code.
Yeah. Which happened.
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. Shit's mad real.
It's too real.
Yeah.
All my feels are in a knot.
I'm really excited for Kingdom Hearts 3.
I fucking laugh at my goddamn feels, Will.
I'm just saying. Like, I'm with you. Like, I want that game.
No, you are not.
Are you wearing a blanket like a cloak, or are you wearing a cloak?
I'm
wearing a blanket like a cloak.
That's a shame. I wish you were wearing a cloak.
My mom had a cloak that I used to wear, but again, it was my mom's cloak. Anyway. Yeah. Batman.
Should we trust developers or IPs that constantly let us down?
I mean, who lets you down? Like, I don't think I buy games that are a giant letdown. Like, I'll say that much. Like, I don't feel like I'm ever let down by the purchases that I make in video games.
Really? So there's no game that you bought that you were just like, man, I'm disappointed that I spent money on that.
I will tell you this, I'm let down by the opinions of others when they suggest games to me. Last of Us.
Again, you're a statistical anomaly. I'm never going to recommend a game to you ever again.
I don't know what to recommend to you.
Never again. I have nothing for you. If you don't like Last of Us, you just don't like life. Like that's just.
I'm never let down by games that I like actively go out, seek, play demos for, then like purchase myself. I'm always like fairly interested and enthusiastic about said games. So I don't really understand.
Yeah, I'm not recommending games to you anymore. Like legit.
That's fine. I do not care.
Yeah. What about you guys?
Well, who's next?
I mean, you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. Dave is next. Sorry.
Okay. Well, fuck you.
Show this guy. I don't care.
Go ahead, Dave.
I'll say yeah, because I can think of one recent letdown, which was Thief. And I believe that was what, Eidos Montreal, or Eidos. I'm trying to think of the name now.
Yeah.
But, if they made another game, I would still be, if it was good enough or intriguing enough or did something or had something in it I wanted to play, then I would give it another shot. I wouldn't hold their past failings or past games that I just didn't personally enjoy. Others did, but I'd still forgive them for that kind of stuff.
I think the key words in what you're saying though are like if there's something that intrigues you enough or something that looks interesting enough.
Yeah,
I think like
exactly.
I think to some extent we shouldn't trust like blindly in any developers. Like
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If they're gonna release a game and they don't tell us anything about it and it's just like a sequel to a game we like, we shouldn't necessarily just go out and buy it. Like it's
Batman Origins,
Call of Duty.
Re-release a game and tell us they won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, what they did with The Last of Us.
Or everything else that ever came out on PS3.
Pretty much.
My I guess thing is I don't trust certain IPs or developers when it comes to certain games anymore. So like Alien, for example, a lot of people were really fucking excited for that game, and it was like it was just so bad that like any rekindled hope of like having a really good game based off of that IP was just like yeah. So like now they're releasing another game like very soon after that commercial tanking of it, and it's like I still have that same feeling of like like what you're showing is cool, but like it's probably not a representation of what we're gonna get in the end. So like why should I even bother being excited about this? Like I don't know. When it comes to certain IPs, I feel like I'm not even gonna care about it until it's out, and then maybe I'll take a look at it. Like I'm on the verge right now when it comes to that with like Final Fantasy. It's like
I will say Bravely Default changed my idea for Final Fantasy because that is a Final Fantasy game and it's so good.
How many Final Fantasy games have you like played though, Will?
I played the
It's like,
Let Me Borrow. I played 10.
That's Final Fantasy 8. Yep.
8. I played 10. I played. Did I play 9? I think I played 9 like way back in the day.
What do you think you played?
I didn't have it. I played my friend's copy.
You should know if you played 9.
No, I was mad little.
We were all fucking little.
Yeah, but you owned it. I played it. Like I didn't.
Was there like a frog woman who loved to catch flies?
Had a big ass tongue.
Was there someone dressed in red with a spear?
No.
And a fork for
Did the main character have a monkey tail?
No.
Yeah.
Then that was not 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
I played Final Fantasy Tactics.
Tactics is great.
I didn't play all of it though. I played a little bit of it. I played 10, 10-2. I played 12, some of 12. I didn't play all of it. I couldn't.
Damn. 12 is the shit though.
Well, yeah, but
I never finished 12.
Yeah,
I love the game. I've just
very
never
polarizing opinions about 12.
Dan, in your opinion, it's the shit. I say otherwise.
I mean, the story is boring as fuck, but I like the battle system in 12.
Okay, and for a Final Fantasy game, I buy it for the story.
For the story,
just as much as I buy it for the gameplay. So if one of it
at the same time, the story in 13 is really interesting.
Nah, fuck
no, fuck 13.
Like the overall world story, the world story is really interesting. The game's just not good.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
I mean, the world story is, I'll give you that. It is interesting. There's like cool things going on in the world story, but it's just the way that it's given to you.
Cause I got like all my Final Fantasies like right behind me, and I'm just like, what are you talking about, Will? Like, let's list them off.
Yeah.
Cause I didn't like 5. 5 was kind of weird to me, but it was funny.
Yeah, and then I played 13. I didn't play 13.2 or 13.3, but then, like, I'm interested in the series. I have rekindled hope because of 15, but it's just like we waited so long for it that like.
But again, the point I wanted to make earlier when we were having this Final Fantasy debate is that I think they're changing the game around a lot, considering Lightning Returns, and then 15. I think it's going to be more action oriented than real-time strategy as far as gameplay is concerned. So we might not even have like the strategy fans, the turn-based strategy fans still feel like, you know, they're playing the same game anymore. The story could be just as compelling, but like what we've seen with 13 is just like, it could also be bullshit, and the game could just be hack and slash for 15. So, you know, you never know until it like shows up. But I still want it because it's Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I'm also a fan of hack and slash too, so I'm not really bothered by that.
Yeah, I like hack and slash. Like I like the gameplay mechanics in Kingdom Hearts, for example, because it's hack and slash with like a twist of strategy in it.
I mean, Kingdom Hearts 2 definitely, because you had the reaction button, the counter and stuff.
Yeah.
But Kingdom Hearts 1 was like brutal if you played that shit on hard mode. That shit was unforgiving.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Super Nintendo controller, don't worry about it.
Shit was bad as fuck. So we talked a little bit about this a couple of podcasts ago about series reboots, like Shaq Fu, for example. We won't get into Shaq Fu again, but how do you guys? Yeah, how do you guys feel about series reboots overall?
Like, I mean, what do you like in the term of Shaq Fu, like taking a game and then like bringing it back? Like if they brought back Super Mario World 3 but designed it like Super Mario 3D World, I don't think I'd be mad at that.
Okay.
I mean, and not every series needs a reboot.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you need to just lay something to rest. But
Devil May Cry.
Well, honestly, I talked to you about this, Will. I like DMC, the reboot, but I didn't like it as a Devil May Cry game.
Right.
Like, if they called it something else, different I would have enjoyed it thoroughly. But since you titled it Devil May Cry, the whole time I'm playing it, I'm comparing it to what I already knew about the original series. And I'm like, man, this is horse shit. So it really depends, man. It really depends. That's a prime example. I didn't think that needed a reboot. I think you just needed to make DMC5 and explain who the fuck Nero is and what he has to do with the universe around him. And just, I don't know, man. But certain other games, I can't think of anything off my top of my head, but if there's a series that was headed in the wrong direction, and maybe it started sucking, and you were like, okay, we're gonna do this right now, and people want it to be done over, then yeah, sure, go for it.
Like Tomb Raider?
Tomb Raider, that's a good example of a
yeah,
good
thank
reboot.
you. Yep.
It's a damn good reboot. I love that game.
I think that, like, I don't know. I think the problem is rebooting is good, but you have to invest a lot of time and money in it because it has to be amazing. Like, it has to be as good or better than the original, or else it's a waste of time. And you also can't have made so many games so recently that everybody hates.
Yeah.
like Tomb Raider, if they'd made it a few years before, it would have done so badly because those games were terrible. Like, terrible.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
So.
I hadn't really invested in a Tomb Raider game in a long time. I was gonna get Tomb Raider Underworld or something like that because like I was like, I haven't played this in a long time. And I played the anniversary edition of Tomb Raider, and that was actually a pretty decent good game.
Yeah.
But I was ready for like a really good Tomb Raider game.
But
it happened. I was just like, this is the shit. Like I'm glad.
For instance, right now, instead of making more Resident Evils, because the last ones have been not. What is that noise? Is that me? Do you guys hear that?
I don't hear anything.
I hear it.
Rather than making like 7 or another one, since 5 and 6 have not been what people want. Like if they took a few years off and then made a new one that was completely different and like went back to the roots in a new way, I think it could be great.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
you need to be willing to like take a few years off, invest a lot of time and money, and not be making a profit in that time.
Yeah, it's
Off of the
tough
IP.
for companies to think about.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another reboot that was really good. I'm having a hard time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of companies don't reboot video games. That's why they just rehash. Like if something's going stale, they'll just rehash the shit out of it or make sequel after sequel. And I'm not saying the sequel isn't a good thing, but sometimes it's overdone.
Yeah.
You know, so
At the same time, we do have a lot of places like where stories have ended and a reboot makes sense. Like the next Mass Effect
Yeah.
could also very much be like it is essentially a reboot, just set after the events of the trilogy,
Is it actually taking
or
place
it's during the
after?
events of the trilogy. I think
Yeah. I'm not sure.
like whole new characters, whole new battle system. Because
Yeah.
you have the opportunity for that.
Right. I want Mass Effect. I want that shit real bad. I thoroughly enjoyed those games. Did you, JC? Did you ever end up picking up Mass Effect 3?
no, I never finished the second one.
Oh shit.
Yes, it wasn't that I wasn't into it. I just like ever since college, man, I've been behind on games, you know, and I've never caught up. So anything I really wanted to play, it kind of turned into, okay, let me just hurry up and get through this so I can move on to something else. So there's a lot of games I haven't been able to really thoroughly enjoy because even now I have like 5-6 different games I have yet to play.
Right.
Sucks.
So competition is good in the game market, but I think if we had a few less games and a few more like really good games as a result, I think we'd be better off overall because everybody has that backlog of games. Like there's so many games coming out all the time now.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it partially has to do with us being adults now as well, though, because as a
I'm not a
kid,
fucking adult.
seriously though, as a kid, it's like I used to, I could afford one fucking game, and I'd play that shit until I couldn't do anything else in it. Like there was nothing else to do. I explored every facet, every corner of the world, everything.
Did you ever play till your thumbs got calluses on them?
Yes.
When I was little, yes, but now my fingers are conditioned, so
Yeah.
It's nothing to be proud of.
I mean, fuck, whatever. Whatever.
It's true though. It's true.
Yeah.
Good old
I'm just
time.
picturing someone going, "Your hands are so rough. Are these video gaming hands?"
You're a man.
All right. I build tables.
You're either a lumberjack or a video game reviewer. One or the other.
Well, the thing is about gamers is the calluses are only on their thumbs. Lumberjacks have callous hands in general.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always funny too because if you ever watch me play, like I have double jointed thumbs, so
You're fucking free.
And so, like, I use this part of my finger when I'm pressing things sometimes. Like, I remember playing Dragon Ball Z, and you had to, like, press the buttons mad fast. Like, I would use this part of my finger instead of this part, and I would always win because it was just, like, a shorter digit to have to hit. I don't know.
I might have to change my answers in Shin Megami Tensei, not let you compete. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Genetically superior for button mashing.
For a lot of things. Anyway.
What the fuck that shit.
Do you guys have guest topics?
Yeah, by Conception 2, so that Japanese games keep coming to the US and the West in general. Like, it doesn't matter if you like the game or not, just buy these games. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Keep buying them.
I support people investing their money and time into Japanese-made games. I mean, as long as they're good, though. You don't want to just throw money at some piece of shit product.
That's true, too. We do have a lot of Japanese games that aren't good anymore, that are either the same old game or the same old game somehow made not good. like the same game that was released 10 years ago, only without the fun.
Without any of the good memories that went along with it.
Yeah. So support good Japanese games.
Yes. Do it. Final Fantasy X and 10-2 release, from what I hear, are great.
They're spectacular.
Yes. Support them. Check them out.
My favorite thing with those is that you can tell that it was in lower definition, so everybody's body movements had to be bigger because you couldn't see them.
Yeah.
So, like, while they're speaking, everybody's just, like, going like this constantly. Like, doing that. And, like, moving their head for no apparent reason while they talk. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then, like, the laughing scene where he's just like, ha, ha.
Yeah, the voice acting's terrible. Just turn it off. Just mute the TV. You'll be better.
That scene sucked back in 2001.
It was hilarious.
It was weird.
Yeah,
it was fucking weird. Like I didn't enjoy 10 like all you other people did, but I bought it for my collection. I still have the PS2 disc for 10.
So here's my question to you: if you weren't trying to have a collection for Final Fantasy games, one, which games would you have? And then two, like, would you be as invested into the series if you didn't?
Well, that's not okay. This is the thing. I started with Final Fantasy VII, the demo on PlayStation, and I liked it. Then I bought Final Fantasy VIII when I was 13, and I liked it. And then I went, I wonder what all the other Final Fantasies are like, and I kept buying them. And around that time, PS2 came out, so PlayStation games lost their value. But I enjoyed every Final Fantasy game up to 5, and I got stuck in the first cave in 6. But that didn't stop me from buying the other Final Fantasy games because I already knew. Yeah, because I already knew that I liked the genre. So I collect them because they all have good memories for me. Like every Final Fantasy game I've played, so that's why I collect them. It's not just like
the Duodecum games, or just
what's the Duodecum games?
Or that's the sequel. That's called Duodecum. The fighting game that I can't think of the name of.
Airgiz?
No.
Oh, Dissidia?
Yeah, Dissidia.
I want to get Dissidia, but like the battle system in Dissidia is also kind of convoluted, so
yeah,
it's not really like necessary on my to buy list. Like Final Fantasy VI: The After Years, like I don't really need that either.
Yeah, so, you have Theater Rhythm, right?
No, I don't.
You need to get Theater Rhythm because you love your 3DS and you love Final Fantasy. You need to get Theater Rhythm.
You probably have that game.
It's amazing.
I like to keep my rhythm games to Rock Band and Patapon though. Like,
this is different, and it's all Final Fantasy. You ride like a little chocobo and tap along. It's awesome.
Careful about recommending games to him, though. He might not like it just because you recommended it to him.
No, not because I recommended it to you, but because I had no interest in it to begin with. So yeah.
I had no interest in it, and everybody told me it was great, and I tried it, and it's absurdly fun.
Well, I had slight interest in Theater Rhythm, so I might check it out. But I have a rule that I have to have it recommended to me 3 times before I buy it.
What the fuck?
Well, I recommend it to you 2 more times. I recommend you check out Theater Rhythm.
I'm recommending it.
And I'm recommending it.
There we go. We have
that's 3. Now I have to waste money on something that I might not want. We'll see. Anyway.
Anyone else got some things that they want to add to the discussion?
I just wanted to ask if anyone has ever played Speedrunners.
I have. Yes.
Do you like it? Did you enjoy it?
That's the game with like 4 people and you jump from wall to wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's alright.
It just looked like fun. Like I saw someone on YouTube playing it with his buddies, and it just looked like something we enjoy.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to ask because, you know, if anyone had it or...
No, I definitely saw Polaris playing this. No, I saw PewDiePie playing this with some friends, and this shit looked mad fun.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Just a question. Because I was thinking about getting it, but there's no one to play with, then fuck it.
It's only on PC, though, right?
I believe so.
Do you have a PC to play it on?
It's not the most...
Yeah, but you got a Mac now.
So what's your point, friend?
You can't play it.
Will for some reason picks sides really hard.
No, I'm saying you can't, unless you have boot camp, you can't run the game. That's what I'm saying.
Like it's a game for Windows?
It's not the only computer I have access to.
Okay, that's what I was asking you. Yeah. That's all I was asking you. I'm not taking sides of shit.
Yeah, you're attacking me.
Bro.
God damn it.
God fucking. Before we end the podcast, of course, I want to direct your attention to both your homie D and JC Mac 120, and actually all of you guys. So, shout outs to all 4 of you. Dave, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. So we'll start with you, Dave. You have a new site that you just put up.
Yep.
Do you mind telling people what that is?
It's called wdwp.co.co. It's for Why Do We Play? And it's me, my buddy Chad, and Matthew, and it's our ramblings and musings about video games and culture. So far, it's just a few personal articles, but we hope to expand it to reviews and previews and similar things to what Will does. But it's something we've wanted to do for a long time, and it's finally just up. It's just up right now, and we're going to keep adding to it every week, and I can finally start saying it's up.
Hell yeah. So, guys, you check that out. There will be a link in the description down below, or an annotation if YouTube lets me annotate to an external site, which sometimes they do not let me do. And then next we have your homie D just started a thing, and he's looking at his hand.
I started lots of things, man. But put up a YouTube page, YouTube channel for Let's Plays. Your homeboy Dan on YouTube. There's absolutely no videos on there, so you have no reason to subscribe. And I have a website, dancloud.com, which is also... There isn't a hiatus on it, but I've been working on like 7 million projects that I plan to update the website within the coming months. I want to start posting, I think, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess frequently. No, frequently again. No, please don't. In June, I have a pretty cool project that I'm working on. The working title is called Perspective. And but beyond that, hopefully I get some Let's Plays up for you and you can enjoy everything about me and my super dry sense of humor. Hooray.
Yeah.
All right, done.
And we have some exciting developments for Kevin, because you teach, you're going to have a little bit more time.
Yes.
And I think we can start expecting some really cool things for the Black Oni blog page.
Yes, indeed. I'll be doing a lot more. So once I don't have to be grading like 60 freshman papers a week, I will have a lot more time.
Yeah, it's going to be good. And JC Mac does this YouTube thing, I think. It's like some thing, does videos or something. I don't know. What is this?
I don't know what the hell I do either.
No, he has a YouTube channel. A lot of Let's Plays. A lot of us gaming together. A lot of good times.
A lot of inconsistency, too. Start uploading.
He took a little hiatus. What was it, like a 2 or 3 week hiatus?
It's a whenever the hell I feel like hiatus. That's what I call it. So
Basically.
Make sure everyone here is subscribe to these channels, checking out that website, and looking out for Kevin's articles. And of course, keep it locked into the Black Oni channel. There's always some shit going on here. I just posted a video yesterday of the Oculus Rift impression, so that was fun. Apparently, there was some redhead that was really into me.
What are you talking about?
Nah, she wasn't. It's just people.
Oh, the chick that was doing the tongue thing?
Yeah.
She was cute.
She was mad cute.
What was her name? It came with like an L, right?
I have it in the video. I don't remember. Not in that video, but in the original video. I don't remember what it is. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for coming on to the podcast. Of course. Thank you guys at home for tuning in to this episode and tuning in to Dan making faces. And as always, I will catch you all later. Game on. And Jay plays.
Right.
Nice.